Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction. It is for Bakemonogatari, it is episode 2. And as always, please, if you want to see the reaction itself, go down into my descriptions and you will find a link to my Dailymotion page where you can see the reaction itself. Once you've watched it, feel free to come back here and hear me out about the episode and what I thought about it. So, see you soon. Until then. For those of you that came back, welcome back. Well, that was a very nice episode. I liked it. And it already gave me a little bit more of insight into this world and what this series, at least partially, is about. Because after the first episode, it was very much like, okay, I got a bit about the characters, but I'm not sure what it is about, what they are doing. What will this series be about? I mean, we had no real enemy or anything like that, or a purpose where they are going. Which, if it stays the way it is now, maybe we have. So, let's go through it one by one. We had a bit of background for Senju Gahara, who is a very interesting character. Although I question whether she will change now. So we already in the beginning got a bit about her family when they were at the house. So she's kind of a bit wealthy, not very much, but they have a wealthy background, and it was already mentioned that her mother was a cult member in some kind of way until the parents broke up, and now she's living with her dad alone. The episode is named Silent Voice. I'm not sure. I think it is fitting because it is about the things that she kind of suppressed, the feelings, the things that happened, so keeping it silent. Although she wants to voice it, she needs to get it out of her chest, all those problems in her past. So I think it is kind of a fitting thing. She was told by Oshino to clean herself with holy water, to clean up. I mean, it's not only the body, it's the spirit. So seeing that the series goes kind of surprising for me into a very religious direction, into one of exorcism and the need to do it. And seeing the way that Oshino looked the first time we watched him. I wouldn't have thought that he would go for a real exorcism in the meaning of you have to be sacredly clean, so your body has to be clean so that your soul can become clean, which makes sense, you know. It is that you feel grounded with yourself, that you feel fine with yourself, and well, if you want to make contact with whatever kind of a god, it's possibly not the worst thing to be in your best attire, so that's fitting. I like that. She asked what she would have to pay for it, and he stated 100k. I know it is not $100,000 or euro or whatever, it is yen, but still that's quite a lot of money. And we learned from Aragi that he was told to pay 5 million, which I am pretty sure he never paid, because where should he get that money? But it was more that Oshino said, so you want to do something, then well, sure, pay me money. But it seems to me he would have helped her, however, even if she wouldn't have had any options, or I'm not sure if he's doing it out of the good of his heart. Maybe it is like that it is his destiny, you know? We haven't learned much about him yet. Maybe we will get some background on him, possibly not in the next episodes, but that would be interesting how he became the person he is, because he's very interesting. This mix-up of partially sincere priest-like character, and on the other hand, very, well, I wouldn't say flamboyant, but active, grinning, partially funny, strange, creepy guy. I can't explain it properly. He's an interesting character concept at the moment. Well, however, before everything else happened, Aragi and Senshugahara were in her house and she was cleaning herself up. She's very, very confident of her body. She, I think, kind of likes to play with Aragi, making him feeling strange by showing off her body to him. Which, there are two things. The one thing is she seems to like him somehow, as we learned in the end when she stated it more neither that she likes him. She sees him as kind of a good friend, although I think she might even think about more if he would be interested. On the other hand, after learning what happened to her in the past, the way that she is so open about her body and showing it, there's the question if she if this is either a thing of actively pushing it to get over this issue, or if she really is so easily over it. I'm not sure. We learned that he is, however, a virgin. So, well, okay. So he will be creepy quite a while. I'm not sure about her, though. No idea. What we got a little background, which is interesting, about the moon. So if I got that right, the moon, if you view it from Japan, from specific points, it looks like a cookie where bunnies are eating on. And if you watch from outside of Japan, it looks like a crab. Did I get that right? That is, I mean, it explains, because we had the emotion god being as a crab, or being as bunnies, or being as girls in the last episode. So it's all fitting, and the moon is somehow this as well. Strange thing. She stated that clothes are heavy. I mean, okay, so if she has no weights, then maybe that's why she doesn't want to dress. I completely didn't catch the one with the intelligence score. That one is unclear to me, and I asked myself how she could value it. Did they make some kind of a test and she has access to it? Or is she just talking and, you know, poking him that she's more clever than he is? Which possibly is true. I possibly am not as clever as she, because I really didn't get that one. There was a mentioning of someone, Shinobu, I think it was, and the crazy cat attacking Aragi. It was just mentioned in the talk with Oshino. I think it might be some background or something I missed. And yeah, that's it. So we learned a little bit more about Senjugahara. I'm not sure if that will come in handy in the future. So her birth date and what her favorite novelist is and stuff like that. The major thing we learned about her, and that is what it is all about here. This episode, and in the end, all of her problems is about one specific scene from her past. And this is where we come to what is this series about, maybe. So there was a problem with her mother. So if I got the story completely correctly, Shinjugahara was very sick as a child in 5th grade. And an important medical operation was about to happen, and her mother was insecure. I mean, completely can understand that, and was afraid that her daughter would die, and so she went to whatever a spiritualistic option she had additionally to improve the chances for her daughter, which many people do, if you give it to the hands of the doctors, then there's a moment where you will have a talk with some doctors who will, maybe not to the daughter, but to the adults, give numbers. And very often those numbers can be frightening. Very, very frightening, to be more exactly. So as example, I heard of one, like, yes, you can, we can operate, we can do something against the problem you have. Either you ignore it and it will get worse and worse and worse, and you will not be able in the end to live longer with it. So talking about, as example, permanent pain. Or we can do an operation. We can cut you open and fix it for you, and that will solve it. And there's only a, let's say, 10% chance that it's not going fine. And if that's happening, then well, that might be everything from being paralyzed to death. So, on paper, 90% success reads nice. But seriously, it is your life, and 10% is hell of a lot. And if you're a mother of a child, I can understand that if she had some thing like that, she would go out to the temples. She would go out to additional spiritualists, as she did. And in the end, she landed in the hands of this cult. So, question here is, maybe the cult did something. We do not know. Maybe they didn't, but at least they gave the mother the belief that her daughter would survive and there would be better chances. So they gave her soul some rest, which is a good thing too. You know, that's very often what spiritualists can do for you. If it is a priest or a free one, you know, if they can calm you down, that is already a good thing. The problem here was, at least one person from the cult, possibly more, it sounds a little bit like that, were not very, let's say, clean. There were some creeps in. And she was stuck with the cult even after everything went well for her daughter. And it got worse and worse. Once you're inside something like that, it tends to happen that they grab either your money, which they did, as we know now, but additionally your sanity, your soul, your life. They suck it out of you. And you can see how strong they got a grip on the mother by the fact that the mother brought this guy home, and in her presence he was molesting the daughter. I mean, that is a tough grip on this mother, that she didn't interfere there, that she, I'm not sure if she believed this was right, but at least she was not able or willing. I would say able, wouldn't talk about willing there, because we do not know her and her side of the story, but she was at least not able to stop him from attacking her daughter. And so that's the major thing what it is about. How do you handle this as, in this case, as a girl? There are two things. The one thing is the guy that wants to do something with you. That is one thing. But the other thing, and right now for Senjugahara, the more important thing was about her mother. That she did not interfere. That she brought this guy there. That due to what happened and her still being in the cult, they broke apart from each other. The family broke completely. And in the end, they do not have any contact anymore. This is a major thing. How do you cope with that? With these memories, with these emotions? And there we are. Emotions and memories that are a burden, that put weight onto you. So the crab, emotion crab, lifted this burden, that it lifted these memories, so she did not have to deal with it anymore. And that's what the crab did for her. But that meant as well that she kind of, you know, lost the last contact to her mother, in the meaning of the memories. They were not all bad. There was a time when it was good. But even if there were many bad memories, it's the only memories you have. So, that's what it is about. The crab took the memory burden, but it took the burden of gravity as well, because it's, yeah, you know, gods are not very specific, it seems here. It's like, I take burden of you. So she thanked the crab and asked it to give the burden back to her, as it is hers. So in the end, you could say we had a very good crab here, a good god. Someone who wanted to help or did help, whatever. And she is now old enough, experienced enough, hopefully, or at least had enough time to think about it, to realize it is her burden to carry through this world and through her life. So that's why she wanted it back. It's part of her. It makes you the person you are. Very, very interesting and nice idea. Hard theme, no question. But it shows, I think, where this show might lead to. So it is about those many minor gods that exist in the in this world, and how they interfere with humans, not in a negative way, maybe, but they do interfere, and how to interact with them on the other side. So maybe that's what it is about. Maybe not, we don't know. But I like it, that it is already a closed arc for now. Maybe there's more to come. I mean, the whole background story is still there. So very, very nice. Interesting is that only she could see the crab, but it makes sense. The crab appears for her, not for anyone else. It has kind of a contract with her. And Oshino was able to, however, grab this god creature, this crab creature, and throw it away and even stand on it. So there you see that he has some kind of potential and power, even though it isn't there for him. We learned that he has some background, he has studied it, so I guess kind of theology, although he is no priest. So yeah, that was nice. We had in the end, the little fact that Aragi got some weight. So question is if this is accidentally or on purpose, if it is maybe, just a little grinning bow to the storyline, and then they skip it, and it's not important anymore, but it could mean something like that he may have got some of the emotional burdens as well. So I guess the weight he got is from her as well. So we will see in the next episode, maybe if or if not there's something in. We know now that he kind of fancies Tanekara, I think it was, Tsubasa, the other girl. And interestingly, she got help in the past from Oshino as well, which is interesting to know what kind of help that was. If that was with some supernatural effects as well. Talking supernatural, I mean stuff like vampire, unnatural weight or weight loss, stuff like that. Or if it was just a normal problem. But I guess we will hear more of that in the next episodes too. So, that's it for this time. I really liked it because we, in just 2 episodes, came like a small full circle and learned already a little bit about the characters, about what they do, how it works. And it already shows how interesting of a character Oshino is. So he is, at the moment, for me, the most interesting character that is in the show. So, hoping to learn more of him. That's it for this time. I hope you enjoyed it. I did for sure. And as always, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. And this is it. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.